Welcome everyone, my friends. Thank you so much for being here today. Let's begin in a comfortable seat. You can sit on your blanket, blocks, or even a chair or a stool would be fine, or a cushion. And then just kind of, as you close your eyes, just notice the sensations in your body. It's always a really good idea to, before taking a step forward, whatever that means, even if it means just transitioning from one moment of life to another, to just kind of gather in and just pause for just a moment, to notice the sensations, to notice any kind of mood you might be in. So really walking through life mindfully. And then as you notice the pulsation, the sensations in your body, maybe you feel aches or tightness or contraction, but can you also kind of develop this sense of being okay with whatever it is that your body is feeling in this moment? So without really changing anything, without labeling it in any way, just allow yourself to kind of travel inside the body in your inner space. And then while you're doing that, maybe noticing your breath, feeling and sensing your breath. And then if there is any kind of intentions you like to set for your practice today, maybe you can set that right now. Sometimes that intention may mean just being in the present, just staying in with your breath, staying connected with the breath. Sometimes it can be a little bit more physical. You know, I really want to feel this pulse, this sensation in the body. Sometimes it can be a little bit more mental. I want to feel relaxed. I want to feel uplifted. So whatever that means to you. And then as you blink your eyes open, take your arms out to the side, take a nice deep inhalation, lift the arms overhead, pause here for a moment. Make sure the shoulders are staying away from the ears, so check in and make sure the shoulders are not coming up to the ears. Soften the shoulders down. And then extend the right arm up and reach out of your waist, and extend the left arm up and reach out of the waist. Almost like you're holding on to a rope above your head and you're just lifting all the way up and all the way up. Just keep climbing that rope above your head. And continue on. Inhale, reach with the right side. Exhale, and then inhale, reach with the left side. So really imagine that you're actually climbing this rope. So you're going higher and higher as you're lifting up. And then you have this feeling of the lengthening in the spine as you lift. Couple more times, inhale and exhale, and then turn the palms down, reach down. Feel as if you've actually created a little bit of space in your spine. Take your hands behind you, interlace the fingers, and then lift the chest up. Now imagine there's a little silver thread attached to your sternum as it's lifting up towards the sky. Pause here for a moment. Inhale. And then as you exhale, take your right hand to your left knee. Just a nice little rotation of the spine. Come back to the center. Left hand to the right knee, and rotation of the spine this direction. And then coming back to the center, take your hands again, both hands to your left side, and just kind of fold forward. Walk your fingertips away from your knees. And then as you press the hands down, kind of lean your hips back. Notice what's happening in that right QL muscle. Maybe it's a little tight. Maybe it's a little contracted after sitting, if you've been sitting for a long period of time. Walk your hands through the center and all the way over to the right. As you press the palms down, you're almost like pressing the earth away. And then leaning your left hip back behind you. And then kind of arch through the, contract the right side as you're kind of opening up, bowing open the left side. Breathe into that left side. Inhale. And then come back to the center once again. Now really let the head drop. Keep the spine as long as you can. Just let the chin come to your chest. Breathe into the back. Exhale. Walk your hands back to the center. If you're sitting cross-legged, uncross your ankles and then cross the other ankle in front, and we'll just repeat that again. So inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling, and then begin to climb up that rope again, one arm at a time, really lifting out of the waist. So we get a lot of contraction in the waist, especially if we're seated for long periods of time. Lift up, keep the shoulders away from the ears. And then as you're ready, exhale, lower the hands down, and then interlace your fingers the weird way behind you. So it's gonna feel strange. Reach the knuckles down as the sternum lifts up towards the sky. If it feels good, you can drop the head down, but make sure your neck doesn't feel kinked back there. And then release the hand, take the left hand to your right knee. Nice little rotation. It doesn't have to be your deepest twist ever. Coming back to the center, right hand to the left knee and twist over to the left. And then back to the right side once again. This time place your hands down, press the earth away, really bow open that entire left side. Drop the head if that feels good. Walk your hands through the center all the way to the right. And then again, press the hands away as you bow open that right side. Inhale, come back to the center, and then just let the head drop. You can arch your back if you like to, but make sure that tailbone is going back towards the back wall. And then walking your hands back towards your feet. Bring your knees together, put your feet flat on the earth, and we're just gonna lie down on our back. So if you are sitting on something, please move it to the side. Anything on your mat, move it to the side. Go ahead and come down on your elbows, please. Bring your knees to your chest, and then just point and flex the feet. Then we're just gonna do little bicycle legs. So bring the left knee to your chest, and then extend the right leg. And we're not really rushing through anything. So go through the whole movement. I would invite you to feel the extension of the knee and the hip as your leg is straight, and then the compression of the knee and the hip as the knee comes to your chest. So go really slow so you really stay attuned with those extension and compression. Flex the feet. And imagine you're like pressing into the mud or water. So you're really pushing the leg. Keep breathing as you're doing this. Inhale. Nice big circles like you're just doing cycling on your back. Cycling on your back. Here's a new exercise. And then you're gonna do the same thing, but you're gonna roll over to the left side, your left cheek. So you're gonna continue cycling like this with your legs, just on the left side, on your left glutes. Keep breathing, inhale. Maybe you feel a little bit of a warmth building in the legs, and then come back to the center and continue on to the right side. So lean over to the right hip, and you're gonna, it's almost like you're walking space. Just nice little, or cycling in space. And come back to the center, and then bring both knees to your chest. Come up on your hands, please. You can turn your palms, fingers away from each other or towards your hips, whatever feels good on your wrist and the shoulders. And then we're gonna continue with those cyclings. So bring the right knee to your chest, extend the left leg out. And then bring the left knee to your chest, extend the right leg out. Keep lifting the chest. Make sure you're not rounding the back. So really press your arms straight so you can lift the chest. And then switch sides and switch side. Left knee, right leg straight. And then we're gonna go to the left side. So bring the right knee, left leg straight. And then left knee, right leg straight. Couple more times. Right knee, left leg straight. Left knee, right leg straight. Continue on one more time, then we're going to go over to the center and all the way, roll all the way over to the right side. Right knee, left leg straight. So really slow movements, right? We're not rushing through this. Keep lifting the chest. Oh, this might give you a little nice massage on that right hip. One more time, please. Left knee straight, right knee straight. And then come back to the center. Bring your knees to your chest. Place your feet down. Bring your hands a little bit closer to each other. Reverse tabletop. Press through the bottom of both feet to lift the hips up. Inhale. And then exhale and slowly lower down. Let's do 2 more times. Inhale. Press through the bottom of both feet to lift the hips up. Exhale and lower down. Once again, inhale, lift. And exhale and down. And then come back on your elbows, please. Bring both knees to your chest. Now this time, point the toes. And then extend the legs straight. So you're hollowing the front side body. Really pull the belly in. And then you're going to do little kicks. So you can crisscross your ankles for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep breathing. 2 and 1. Bring the knees to your chest. Pause here. We'll do that again. Point the toes. Extend the legs out. So you can extend the legs up here if this is a little bit easier. If you want to, you can make it a little bit more challenging by hovering it off the ground. And we'll do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees to your chest, please. Put your feet flat. Again, reverse tabletop. Lift the hips up. Inhale and exhale. Lower the hips down. And once again, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. And then coming back on your elbows. This time, extend both legs straight. Right leg up. Point the toes. And left leg down. And then switch side. Right leg down and left leg up. So try and straighten your legs as much as you want to. If you want to make it a little bit more easier, accessible, turn your femur bone out. So there's a slight outward or external rotation of the legs. And then turn, if you want to make it a little bit more focused on the rectus femoris muscle, that major muscle on your quadricep, then you just keep the toes straight up towards the ceiling as opposed to turning them out. And we're going to do just 10 more. 10, and reach, and 9. Really lengthen that leg away from the hip. And 7, and breathe, and 6, and breathe, and 5, and breathe, 4, and breathe, 3, and breathe. You got this. 2 more. And breathe, last 1. Beautiful. And then bring both knees to your chest, please. Come on all the way up. Put your feet flat on the floor. Lift your hips up. And you're just going to fold forward. So lift the hips up into your Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale. Lengthen the spine halfway up. So your body is parallel to the floor. Exhale. Plant your hands down. Step your left foot back, please. Come into the runner's lunge. As you lift the chest up, let the hips drop. And then lift the hips up, come into pyramid pose. So we're going to stay here for just a moment. Flex the right foot so the toes are pointing towards the shin. And then that left heel is lifted off the ground. Now we're going to lower the right toes as the left heel lifts. And then rock back and forth. Lift the right toes up, lower the left heel down. And again, right toes down, left heel up, right toes up, left heel down. So go back and forth, rock back and forth, front and back. And 3, 2, keep both knees straight if you can, and 1. And then next time that right foot is flexed, hold it here. Maybe take your left hand to your right toes as you gently guide the right toes up towards the shin. That right hip wants to move forward. Can you press the right hip back and up so that your back is squared down towards the earth and you're lengthening the back of that right leg. Inhale. As you exhale, lower the right toes down, step the left foot out. Inhaling, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway up. Exhale and fold forward, Uttanasana, step the right foot back behind you. Runner's lunge. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, lift the hips up, flex the left toes. Pause here for a moment. And then as you pause here, really see if you can flex the left toes, the right heel is off the ground. Now we're gonna move forward and back, rocking forward and back. Bring the left toes down, and then right heel down. And then left toes down, and then right heel down. Couple more times, inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. And then next time the left toes are up, hold there. You can take your right hand to your left toes, gently guide the toes towards your left shin, but make sure that left hip is not moving forward. So really press that left hip back in space so that your back, your spine is neutral, your hips are squared down towards the floor. Inhale, and then lower the left toes down, come back into your runner's lunge, and step the right foot up. Inhaling, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Step the left foot back once again. Runner's lunge, lift the chest, inhale. Pyramid pose, lift the hips, flex the right toes. Pause here for a moment. Take your left hand to your right toes, gently guide the toes towards your shin, and then release that, bend the right knee, and reach the right arm up into your revolved lunge. Inhale. Now lower that left knee down towards the floor, bend the left knee, and just, you don't have to touch your toes, but just reach towards your left heel. Inhale, circle that right arm all the way up and down, and step the left foot up. Inhaling, halfway up. Exhale and fold forward, step the right foot back behind you. Inhale into your runner's lunge. Exhale, lift the hips up, pyramid pose. Right hand to your left toes, gently guide the toes up, and then lower the left toes down. Bring that right hand on the inside of the left foot. Revolve lunge, reach the left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, lower the left hand down, step the right foot up. So we're gonna add on. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale and fold forward. Plant your hands down. Left foot goes back. Runner's lunge. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, pyramid pose. Right toes lift up. Inhale, back into runner's lunge. And reach the right arm up. Exhale, revolve lunge. Lower that left knee down to the floor. Bend the left knee, reach back behind you. Inhale. Exhale, this time lower the right hand down. Tuck your left toes under into your Skandasana, side lunge. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale, take your right hands all the way to the top of your mat. And then step the left foot up. Inhaling, halfway up. Exhale, fold forward, step the right foot back behind you, runner's lunge. Lift the chest. Exhale, lift the hips into pyramid pose. Flex the left toes. And then lower the left toes down, right hand on the inside of the left foot, revolve lunge to the left, reaching the left arm up. Inhale. As you exhale, lower that right knee down, reach back behind you, and then bend the right knee as you reach the left fingertips towards your right heel. Inhale, lower the left hand down, come into a side lunge. So tuck the right toes under, and then side lunge to the long side of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands back to the top of your mat. Please step the right foot up. Inhaling. Once again, we're going to add one more thing to our sequence. Exhale and fold. Step the left foot back behind you. Runner's lunge, lift the chest. Exhale, pyramid pose, flex the right toes. Inhale, lower the right toes down, revolve lunge to the right, reach the right arm up. Exhale, lower the left knee down, reach back behind you, and just reach for your toes. Inhale, coming all the way back, side lunge. Walk your hands to the long side of your mat, come into your side lunge, and then take it all the way over to the left, come into skater pose here. Inhale, reach the fingertips out to the side. Keep moving to the back of your mat. Pick up that right heel off the ground. High lunge, Anjaneyasana. Reach both arms up. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hands down to the earth into runner's lunge to the back of your mat. And then walk your hands all the way through the center to the top of your mat. Come into your runner's lunge and step the left foot up. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and fold forward. Step the right foot back behind you. Inhale, runner's lunge. Once again, exhale, pyramid pose. Flex the left toes. Inhale, lower the left toes down. Revolve lunge to the left. Plant your right hand down as you lift the left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, lower that right knee down, reach back behind you as you reach for your right toes. Inhale, bring that left hand back down to the earth into your side lunge. So pick up that right knee off the ground, face your torso towards the long side of your mat, and then continue on traveling to the back of your mat, skater pose as you reach your fingertips to the back of the mat. Inhale. Come back all the way to the back of your mat into your runner's lunge, and then pick up the hands all the way up towards the sky into Anjaneyasana, high lunge. Inhaling. As you exhale, bring your hands back down to the earth, and then continue on, keep going to the top of your mat. As you come into your lunge, lift the chest and step the right foot up. Inhaling, halfway up. Exhale and fold forward. Stand tall, bring your hands to your hips. Come all the way up to standing, please. Bring your big toes together, heels are an inch apart. Sit into your chair, Uttanasana, as you reach the arms up. Inhale, lift the chest as you sit a little bit lower. Exhale, swan dive all the way down to the earth. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands down, step your left foot back. Inhale, come into your runner's lunge, lift the chest, go into your pyramid pose, lift the hips, flex the right toes, inhaling. As you exhale, lower the right toes down, runner's lunge. Left hand on the inside of the right foot into your revolve lunge, reach the right arm up. Lower the left knee down, reach back behind you. Maybe by now you can touch your heel. Inhale, come back to the center, and then come into your side lunge to the left side of your mat. Continue traveling to the back of your mat, skater pose, and then lift the arms up into high lunge. Hold here, inhale. Bring your hands to your hearts and then lean your torso forward. Float the right leg up behind you, warrior three pose. Inhaling. Bring the right knee all the way to your chest, and then step the right foot next to the left foot. Inhale, sit into your chair pose to the back of your mat. Reach up. Exhale, lower the hands down, step the right foot back, and then walk your hands all the way through the long side of your mat to the top of your mat. Runner's lunge to the front, and step the left foot up. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and fold forward. Step the right foot back behind you. Runner's lunge. Once again, inhale. Exhale, pyramid pose. Lift the hips up as you lift the left toes off the ground. Inhale, lower the left toes down. Revolve lunge to the left. Right hand on the inside of the left foot. Reach the left arm up. Lower that right knee down, reach back behind you. Maybe this time you can tap your right heel, and then release the hand all the way down to the earth. Skandasana, or side lunge to the left. Walk your hands all the way to the back of your mat. Skater pose, inhale. Come on up to your high lunge, reach the arms up. Anjayanasana. Bring your hands to your heart center. Lean your torso forward. Float the left leg up behind you, warrior three. And then slowly begin to bring that left knee to your chest. And step the left foot next to the right foot. Tadasana. Inhale, Uttanasana, chair pose, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower the hands back down to the earth. Step the left foot back. And then traveling all the way to the top of your mat. Once again, runner's lunge to the front and step the right foot up. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, this time as you fold forward, pause here. Grab opposite elbows and just kind of sway a little bit side to side. Let the head completely drop. Take a nice deep full inhalation in and exhale. Release the head, release the low back. Let go of all the tension in the neck and the shoulders. Let's do that. Once again, we'll add on one more thing to our sequence and then we'll get down on the floor. Plant your hands down, please. So we know where we're going. Inhale, runner's lunge, step the left foot back. Inhaling, lift the chest. Exhale, pyramid pose, flex the right toes. Come back into runner's lunge. Inhale, revolve lunge, reach the right arm up. Lower the left knee down, reach back behind you, tap your left heel. And then take that right arm all the way up and over into Skandasana, side lunge. Take your arms all the way over to the back of your mat, skater pose, and then coming all the way up to your high lunge, Anjayanasana. Hands come to the heart center. Take off into your warrior three, Virabhadrasana, and then bring that right knee to your chest. Hold here for a moment. Take that right ankle on top of the left knee. Sit into single-legged chair. Reach the arms up. Take a nice deep inhalation. As you exhale, bring the hands back down to the earth. Send that right leg back behind you. Once again into warrior three. And then lower the right toes down to the floor. So you're coming into your low lunge. Walk your hands back to the top of your mat. Runner's lunge to the front and step the left foot up. So we'll repeat that whole thing on the right side. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold forward, step the right foot back behind you. Runner's lunge, lift the chest. Exhale, pyramid pose, lift the toes. Inhale, lower the toes down, revolve lunge to the left, reach the left arm up. Exhale, lower the right knee down, reach back behind you, tap your heel if you can. And then release the left hand down to the floor, Skandasana, or side lunge to the left. Walk your hands all the way over to the right, skater pose to the back. And then Anjayanasana, high lunge to the back side of your mat. Bring your hands to your heart center, lean forward, warrior three, lift the left leg up. Stand tall as you bring the left knee to your chest. Bend the right knee, take the left ankle on top of the right knee, sit into your single-legged chair. Pause here as you stretch out that left hip. And then stand tall, bring the left knee back to your chest. Send the left leg way back behind you into your warrior three, Virabhadrasana seat. Bend the right knee deep as you land on your left toes. Bring the hands down to the earth. And then continue to walk your hands all the way to the top of your mat. Runner's lunge. And that's it. Step the right foot up. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and fold forward. Drop the head down. You can sway your head, sway your torso side to side. Keep the knees bent and just let go of all the tension in the neck and the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. And then if you have blocks with you, bring the blocks to the top of your mat. And if you don't have them, that's okay. Just have your fingertips on your mat in front of you. As you lengthen the spine, this is the reason the blocks are good, because you can really lengthen the spine so the body becomes parallel to the floor. Bend the right knee deep and then lean your right hip back behind you. Take your left leg behind the right leg, so the right knee is bent. You can line up the little pinkies if you can, and then just kind of stretch out, hang in there for a moment and stretch out the back of that left hamstring. Continue on, breathing, inhaling, and then exhale. As you're ready, step the left foot next to the right foot, bend the left knee deep, so you're kind of leaning your hip over to the left. And then you're going to take that right leg back behind you, cross the ankle, and maybe you can line up your little pinkies and just pause here as you stretch out the hamstring on the right side. Inhale and exhale, and then step the right foot next to the left foot. Inhale, halfway up, and step the left foot way back to the back of your mat. Bring that left knee down to the floor. If you're using blocks, which I really suggest you do, and if you don't have blocks, just have like pillows or something next to you so you can put your hands on. Bring your blocks with you, and then extend the right leg straight. So we're going to get into stretching out the hamstring now. So lift the chest, the blocks are closer to my body. I'm just lifting the chest up. I'm sending the tail back. Remember what we were talking about earlier, that right hip wants to move forward, especially if you tend to have tighter hamstrings. The more important thing is, you can even keep that right knee bent, but the more important thing is moving that right hip back behind you. And then once the right hip is back, you can flex the right leg, take one of your blocks and put it behind that, at the bottom of that right foot. So you really are consciously lifting the toes up. If you don't have a block, this is a really good one to do against like a chair, a sturdy chair that's not moving, a couch, or even a wall. So really the whole point is to make sure that the right toes are flexed. You're getting a beautiful, beautiful stretch in the Achilles tendon. Lift the chest, inhale and exhale. Come forward as much as you can. Because that right heel is flexed, it's a little bit more difficult to lean all the way forward. So really just focus on sending that right hip back and back and back. And just breathe into that nice stretch in the hamstring. See that you're taking your sternum and aligning it with that right knee. Most important here. One more deep breath in. And exhale. And then we're gonna try the other side. So bend the right knee deep. Lift the chest up a little bit more into your low lunge. And then just simply switch sides. So take that right knee back and step the left foot forward. As you step the left foot forward, if you look up here, you notice that unintentionally, like my body just wants to, my hip just wants to move forward. So I'm gonna tell it to stay back. And when I tell it to stay back, that left foot begins to flex. So now I'm gonna take my block and put it on behind the bottom of the sole of my left foot. I'm not really pressing onto my block, right? Because if I really press on it, the block will fall. But what I want to do is just keep conscious of that flexion of the foot, and then also at the same time moving that left hip back behind me. And that's when I start really getting a deep, deep stretch in the left Achilles tendon, left calf. And then inhale, I'm gonna lift the chest up, and exhale, just fall forward just a little bit. I can't really fall forward that much because of moving that left hip back, because of flexing that left foot. So just pause here for a moment, hang out there for a moment, just breathe into that left hamstring. Exhale. One more deep breath in, exhale it out. And then we're gonna try back on the side A once again. So bring your knees together, step the right foot forward, Bend deep into that right knee. So you're really stretching out the hip flexor on the left side. Inhale. And then we're going to take our hips back again, flex the right foot. So now, because this is our second try, maybe we can go a little bit deeper, which means that I'm going to kind of heel toe my right foot, or right heel away from my hip. Then I'm going to take my left toes under and see if I can come down just a little bit. Maybe I can come down. Sometimes I can come down a lot. So I'm in a split. Sometimes it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, I'm going to take one of my blocks or pillows or blanket and put it under my right thigh. And then as I do that, I want to really make sure that I'm focusing on leveling my hips. So I'm pushing that right hip back and I'm lowering that left hip down. And I keep flexing the right foot. And I'm lifting the chest up. Again, if you're not all the way down here, that's completely and perfectly well. You can just be right here and just continue, stretching out that hamstring. Hamstring is one of those things where you just have to stay focused and stay with it, and slowly you will find that kind of an opening. But maybe you'll never do a full split, and that's perfectly fine. So don't feel like you have to do a full split in order to be practicing yoga at all. But breathe into that right hip, breathe into the right hamstring. Sometimes if you've been here enough, and you've practiced enough, and your body is just in the right time, maybe you'll be able to go down. Maybe that doesn't work either. So just be happy and at peace with whatever you're going. And then slowly begin to bend that right knee, come into your low lunge. Please, please, please do not force anything, especially when it gets to hamstring or Achilles tendon stretch, because forcing it can lead to injury. So make sure that you are really listening to your body. Bring your right knee back and step the left foot forward. And also, word of advice, just because one side of the body can do something, it doesn't necessarily mean the other side should be able to do that. And just because you do it one day doesn't necessarily mean you can do that tomorrow and the day after. Your body may be completely different tomorrow. So wherever you are, just be grateful for the fact that you have shown up on your mat is a huge, huge step. So come into your lunge first, inhale, and then lean your hips back, and let's see what happens on this side. Flex that left foot. So you can stay here just like we did just a minute ago, just phase one. Have your hands on your blocks or pillows and move that left hip back, right hip forward, flex the left foot. Maybe on this side you want to heel toe that left foot a little bit closer to the top of your mat, tuck your right toes under, and then see what is available for you on this side. Again, please, please, please do not force anything. Go wherever your body feels good. So this whole thing of yoga, this practice of yoga or physical practice, the asanas, are just one little part, one little portion of our yoga practice. So much of it is about centeredness, about groundedness, about finding ourselves in this moment, in the present moment. So it doesn't matter if you can or can never do a split. It doesn't make you a better yogi. This whole physical part is just an eighth of the entire yoga practice. So wherever you are, just cultivate gratitude for your beautiful body, even with all the aches and pains and everything else. And breathe. And breath. Having gratitude for your breath, receiving it like it's a precious gift, and being at peace with our bodies exactly the way it is, As you're ready, gently and slowly begin to heel toe that left foot back, come into a low lunge, lift the chest, and then nice and easy, step that left knee back, and we're gonna come into a child's pose. So I'm gonna suggest that make it an easy child's pose. Bring your big toes together. Knees are wide apart from each other. If you have blocks, you can put it right in front and just bring your forehead down to your blocks or your pillows. And if you don't want to use your blocks, you can just stack your hands and rest your forehead on top of your hands. And then just close your eyes for just a moment. Let the back stretch out. Let your belly be completely soft between your legs. Breathe into your backside. Breathe into the backside of your lungs, your mid-upper back area, and then all the way down to your tailbone. And then gently begin to come on up. Press yourself all the way up. Take your left knee behind the right knee, so you're crossing your knees, and lean your hips back once again. You might want to kind of play with this and see if you get any more stretch if you lean your hips over to the right or the left. And then sit all the way back in between your heels, please. Extend that bottom leg straight. So the right knee is bent on top of the left knee. If you find that where your right knee is way up here, you can put a blanket between your knees, block pillows, or even a block. Interlace your fingers on top of that right knee. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale and fold forward. Again, same concept here. So you can even take a block here and put it at the bottom of your foot to kind of just intentionally keep flexing the left toes. Let the head drop. This is absolutely my favorite way to stretch out the hamstrings. In fact, I feel it all the way from the base of my Achilles tendon, the heel, all the way to the back of the leg, through low back. And then sometimes if my neck and shoulders are a little tight, I even feel it in my neck and shoulders. So just breathe here. Exhale it out. And then nice and slowly lift your torso up. Extend both legs out. Dandasana, sit tall, bring your hands right next to your torso, lift the chest. And as you're ready, come up back to tabletop pose, so on your hands and knees. And this time take the right knee, let me see, yeah, right knee behind the left knee. Or whichever leg you didn't do before. I think it was the right knee behind the left knee. So you do whatever leg you didn't do before. Lean your hips back. Just pause here for a moment. Just kind of sway your hips side to side. See whichever, if you lean over to the left, you might feel a little more stretch. If you lean over to the right, you might feel a little more stretch. And then sit in between your heels, please. And as you sit in between your heels, extend the bottom leg. So whichever leg you have in the bottom, my left knee is on top of my right knee. So flex the right foot. Again, if you want to try, you can put the block underneath the sole of the foot. If you have to, or if you would like to, you can put blankets or pillows between the knees. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale and fold forward. And as you fold forward, just keep flexing that right foot. Let the back of the neck get long. Let the forehead come down towards your knees. Feel a beautiful, beautiful, loving stretch for the posterior chain of your body. Inhale, gently lift up. Once again, Dandasana, bring the feet together, sit tall, flex the feet, press the heels down, press the palms of the hands down, inhaling. And as you exhale, bend the knees, put your feet flat on the floor, and you're gonna come all the way on your back. Please bring your knees to your chest, rock a little bit side to side. We're going to do your favorite twist, so whatever that means to you. I'm going to cross my right knee on top of the left knee, bringing my left foot down on the floor, lifting my hips up, shifting your hips over to the right, and then letting my knees come down to the left. If you don't like this twist and there's something else you prefer to do, by all means, please go for it. As always, I always say this is your practice, so make sure that whatever you do resonates with your body and that you feel good. And then gently come back up to the center, please. Uncross your knees, cross the other knee on top. Press that right foot down as you shift your weight, hips over to the left, and reach the left arm up as you come into a twist on this side. And close your eyes. And then gently coming back to the center, bring your knees together to your chest. Happy baby pose, grab outside edge of the feet. See if you can really use your hands to drive the knees closer to your armpits. Pause here for a moment, breathe into the low back, inhale. And then as you exhale, release your feet and you are ready for your final pose, Shavasana. So extend the legs out, please. Let the back of your head rest comfortably on the floor. Close your eyes. Let the palms be open towards the sky. Let your breath be completely natural. This couple moments of rest allows you to integrate what happened in your body and consolidate in your mind. So really enjoy these few moments of allowing yourself, giving yourself permission to rest. If you're ready, gently begin to deepen your breath. Draw one knee to your chest and then the other knee to your chest. And notice which nostril you're breathing out of a little bit easier. Roll over to that side and pause for a moment. And with the strength in your top arm, press yourself to a comfortable seat, please. Bring in your hands to your heart center. Bow down to yourself for creating this time and space to take care of your body. What a beautiful gift to be able to give to yourself. And I bow down to all of you. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.